Radio.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
We got a lot of stuff going on today, and we're going to have some fun. There's some really fun things to share with you to get you into your weekend. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Some good news. The Middle East has calmed down a little bit. They signed a ceasefire. Ceasefire deal that stopped the fighting. The rockets stopped from Gaza, and Israel stopped responding. So
this is Biden's peace, right? Biden did this.
Well, he certainly is taking credit for it, even though this was actually brokered by Egypt. Yeah. So, but his people stood by and watched and criticized Israel a lot. So, of course, they're taking credit for it.
I mean, that's not possible because he said that he would give them more arms.
Yeah.
Help with their Iron Dome defense.
Did you see that the Democrats? A ceasefire. The Democrats voted against that.
Of course they did.
I think it was a straight down party line because it was 218 to 209 against replenishing the Iron Dome for Israel. I mean, these Democrats, they are on the side of this terrorist group.
Absolutely.
Many of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Many of them.
I don't know if you want to play it now, but I mean, there's been a video from about 40 years ago of Joe Biden talking about Israel on the floor of the Senate. It's interesting, I'd say. Mm-hmm.
If we look at the Middle East, I think it's about time we stop, those of us who support, as most of us do, Israel in this body, for apologizing for our support for Israel. There's no apology to be made. None.
Thank you.
It is the best $3 billion investment we make.
Wow.
Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
That's unequivocal support, though, for Israel.
Yes, it is. And Steny Hoyer had unequivocal support yesterday, too. I mean, he's not Joe Biden, but I mean, he's one of their leaders, right? He was all for them as well. And it comes as the same day as they signed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act. So, I mean, hate.
What does COVID-19 have to do with hate crimes?
You can't hate Asian people. You can't.
Because they brought us they brought us.
You can't call it the China virus.
I love Chinese people too, but come on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, it's that. So we can't hate COVID either?
Yeah, no. No. It's the COVID-19 hate crimes.
So you can't say anything mean to an Asian person now?
No.
Or you'll be in jail.
Or not even about them. Don't even pretend.
Right.
Don't even pretend.
Now, you can kill a white person if you want, but don't say anything mean to an Asian.
Mean, I think technically
we're kind of there.
Still against the law.
Is it?
I think it is.
Just technically, though.
Technically, yeah.
All right. Well, I don't want to get technical all up in here, so it's fine. It's fine.
I don't want to. Far be it from me to start bogging people down with facts.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Either.
Thank you. That would be so out of character for you if you started bogging down people with facts.
Why do we have special laws for different races? I don't understand that. Can't we just say that all crime is bad and be done with it, or is that not a good thing?
And for what's in your heart when you do hurt somebody. I mean, a crime is a crime. Nobody hurts anybody else out of love, pretty much. You don't go down the street and stab somebody because you love them. So isn't pretty much all violent crime done with hatred or dislike at least?
What are you hung up on?
So stupid.
At the moment, I guess. No, I'm agreeing. There's a lot of love crime out there that happens.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is there love crime?
Yeah.
Love crime.
Okay.
Sounds like a Law and Order love crime.
Tonight's episode, Love Crimes.
A Quinn Martin production. Biden yesterday also made a big deal out of the fact that he's not going to talk to Hamas about this brokered peace. He's going to deal with the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the PLO, who has absolutely no power with the Palestinians anymore because it's all Hamas that they voted for. Hamas is the entity in
the ones.
Power.
Right.
They're the government in Gaza. I guess the PLO still has a little bit of say-so in the West Bank, but it's just Hamas. So that's what we're dealing with there. That's why this is such an unbelievable problem for Americans to be supporting Hamas over Israel. It's a terror organization, and they kill people. Well, yeah, but 10 times or 20 times more Palestinians were killed than Israelis. Yeah, but not through their not trying. They were certainly trying to kill. They launched 800 missiles at them in one day at one point. It's just, it's amazing to me that people just can't get this. And how dare they occupy the West Bank? How dare you? That's Palestinian territory through and through. It always has been. I mean, what claim does Israel have on Bethlehem?
Thank you.
None. Obviously, that's Palestinian, and it goes way back on that. The city of David? Obviously, that's Palestinian.
Thank you.
Bethlehem, the city of David, king of Israel, is Palestinian territory.
Oh, yeah.
Judea, Samaria.
I mean, Bethlehem has been occupied for quite
a long
some
time. A long time. Yeah, they recommend when you go to Israel.
You don't go there.
As we did almost 10 years ago now. They tell you not to go.
No,
it's just not safe for Christians.
The very first time that I went there, you show up, our Israeli guide would not even go.
Yeah.
He took
Israelis definitely can't go.
He took us to the gate that was guarded by tanks and said, if you want to go, there's drivers over there that'll take you. And we almost went. The guy wanted us to go so bad because they're dying for business. We were Americans. I mean, they wanted business, right? I'll take you. I'll show you everything. I'll show you. Come on. And the Israelis are
they're pushy.
I know. And the Israelis are like, I don't know that you should go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not telling you not to go, but you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, because everybody wants to go see where Jesus was born.
Yeah.
Right?
Hello. That's what I mean. Yes.
Yeah. And they think they know. There is a site that they recognize as the place, but I mean, it's hard to know if
it's right there on the other side of the tank.
Yeah. I mean, it's really sad. It's a weird and very sad situation. But at least there's a peace right now. There's a ceasefire. And again, as much as Biden is taking credit for this, which is amazing to me, since it was all brokered by Egypt.
That is incredible.
It's incredible.
No, not really.
It's incredible.
Not really anymore. Well,
yeah, it's true, because he takes credit for everything. Except for the things that are going haywire right now, which are all Trump's fault, of course. The border, obviously Trump's fault. The economy, obviously Trump's fault.
I mean, anything that had Trump's name on it has been overturned.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely everything.
How is it possible that he can get blamed for the issues that have evolved since they've been turned over? I don't understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, but it works out that way somehow.
Okay. Well, never mind.
By the way, today is National Bike to Work Day. Mm-hmm. So,
Jeffy, how was your ride in?
Me, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You ride your 10-speed in today?
Yeah. No.
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 Oh, you didn't?
No, I did
It's
not.
National Bike to Work Day.
No. Why didn't you ride your bike?
And unfortunately, I didn't see anyone riding.
I didn't either.
I didn't see one. Normally, there might be a person.
Granted, it was 4 a.m.
Once in a while.
But
you see him sometimes, though. Once in a while.
There's this one guy.
Bicyclist on the road.
There's one guy with the little beep, 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 beep.
I usually see maybe one tied up at the bus station.
So you didn't partake?
But no, I did not.
Well, that's too bad.
No, I don't celebrate it.
That's weird. I never celebrate bikers. They're just a thorn in my side when they're out.
Not to me. I love them.
Share the road.
I love all bicyclists.
Share the road. Share the road. No, I don't want to share the road. Get on the sidewalk.
We have the same right as you, and we're not supposed to ride on the sidewalk. The sidewalk is for pedestrians and handicapped people.
And bikes. Get off the
Thank
road.
you. That's why we got rid of the curbs on the corners.
You're holding up traffic.
Oh my gosh! Don't even.
It drives me out of my mind. Here's a group of people that takes biking to heart every single day.
Oh,
good.
They become elite.
I love these guys. Move back.
Move back. Move back.
Maybe they should drive to work.
Bad.
That never gets old, does it?
No, it does not, because they are terrible.
Plus, here's the Secretary of Transportation.
Oh.
Who takes that to heart for 5 minutes every once in a while. Pete Buttigieg. He's going to bike to work.
Thanks for the ride, SUV.
So
I'll take it from here.
I'm going to go the last block on my own. All right. See you later. Now it looks like, wow, Pete Buttigieg biked his way to work.
Biking.
Yeah. After they drove him to essentially the parking lot of the building he needs to go to. It's unbelievable.
So much theater in that town.
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. Yesterday, we had the footage of Joe Biden taking the test drive.
He doesn't bike to work.
Ford F-150
He
Lightning.
drives.
Yeah, he does. And we found out that there were 2 steering wheels in the truck, and he wasn't even driving it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Oh, you didn't know that?
I mean, they haven't admitted it, but it's pretty obvious.
Guy's got his hand on the wheel. He's
turning
Look at that. Look.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Biden's not in control.
And
of
on the
that
video,
truck.
Jeffy, he's turning the wheel and the truck is rolling straight. Look, I'm driving like a big boy.
I'm pretending to drive this truck. Right, where's my pants? Look at that. Here it goes. Now, this isn't even... I don't think it's even available until next year, the Ford F-150 Lightning. Now... They were saying initially this is a $70,000 vehicle. Maybe that's totally equipped because they said yesterday. I read some headlines. It can be had for under $40,000.
Oh, okay. That's
So
under 40, but you don't get the tires, or what?
Yeah, you don't. It doesn't come with the tires or the engine for 40. Here he is. Watch. Look at.
How's it drive?
Oh,
look at him turning the wheel.
That is.
He's going straight.
Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Here's something even more embarrassing. He took a little test drive at the grocery store, too.
Did he really?
Yeah, with his mom.
Yes. Yes.
That's hilarious.
He's out driving again. He thinks he's in control.
You're driving.
Be surprised to see that because I sure as heck wouldn't.
You're driving, little Joey.
I would not be surprised to
I
see
wouldn't
that.
either.
That's
really funny.
Embarrassing. Now,
really
I know we keep going back to
Maggie
Trump
Simpson.
days, and there's no way that Trump would be seen driving a vehicle anyway. Mm-hmm. Because and someone may be driving him in the election. Trump said, "I'm going to get in and take a ride. Give me a ride. You drive." Mm-hmm. But that's different than having someone else, pretending to do it.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
I know. It's embarrassing. As a leader of the free world, once again, worth pointing out, leader of the free world. Congratulations.
That is.
Hey, you 80 million people who voted for him, how proud you must be. How proud you've got to be.
No kidding.
He's only talking to about 50 million of you, though. What's that? What else you got over there?
I don't know. I've got Keith Math. I've got Jeffy Math.
This is good.
We don't have any idea how old this video is, but it's absolutely priceless for the mathematics involved here. It's wrestling, and I don't know if these are current wrestlers. None of us follow wrestling as closely as we probably should.
For this show.
I'm embarrassed that I don't know.
I know. We should watch it a lot more than we do for the SmackDown and everything else that they do because they're terrific. But listen to
almost believed you.
Listen to the math involved here from this pro wrestler.
See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix.
Yeah.
Your chances of winning drastically go down.
Uh-oh.
See, the three-way at sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
You got a
Pause
33
it.
and a 30.
White supremacy signal there. A little sign to the white supremacists.
Yes.
I'm on your side.
Oh, he says 3 ways to go down.
Three
I
ways.
wish we'd have caught that. We should have blurted out.
We should have. Because he's just activated the billions of white supremacists in this country.
What was it, Rob? Is it an old video? What was the guy's name? He's a retired wrestler.
Scott Steiner.
Okay.
This guy is Scott Steiner.
So this is a while back. But thank y'all for tagging us in this because we love it.
Scott had more to say.
Vice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance,
Right.
minus my 25%
Okay,
chance,
then
you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
Okay.
But then you take my 75% chance of winning.
Wait, now it's
If we used to
75?
go one-on-one,
Pause it
and
for a
then
second. I thought it was 66%, 66 and 2/3, but
but
now
he's
it's
taking his
75%.
75% right
You
now.
And now
carry
we're
the
taking
one.
his 75%, and let's see where does it go from there.
if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%,
Right.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Oh, he
at
can't lose.
sacrifice.
Huh. Wow.
See, Joe, the numbers don't lie.
Thank you.
And they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
He got that
I
right.
mean,
the numbers don't lie.
Thank you.
If you've got 143 and a third
Okay.
chance of winning, that doesn't lie.
No, the numbers do not lie.
You can't
So if
argue
we put
with
the
that.
18-minute together along with the 7-minute together, you got 22 minutes. You sell it with 8 minutes of ads, you got 30 minutes.
The numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie.
That was tough to follow.
A little.
It's not just
awesome.
me, though, right?
No, he's a serious mathematician. You can tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Hello. I mean, you need a chalkboard.
He might be a statistician. In fact, that was so complex. In fact, we stopped it too many times. Let's just
I
let
know.
him let
Let
him
him go.
roll all the way through.
While you're doing this, watch his sidekick off to the right there, flexing his little chest muscles, and he's
Well,
lost too.
he's gotta do
I
that.
love
See,
it.
normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning.
Normally, you
But
got
I'm a
50.
genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me.
That's where he
then
gets
you
his
add Kurt
75.
Angle to the mix.
Oh, okay.
Your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way
Drastic go
at
down.
sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance,
Yeah.
and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning
Wait.
at sacrifice.
What?
But
Thank
then
you.
you take my 75% chance of winning.
Yeah.
If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
Oh.
See, Joe,
Huh.
the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster
The
for
numbers
you at
don't
sacrifice.
lie, man.
That is powerful.
That is awesome.
And
The
somewhere
numbers don't lie.
there's a writer for the show going, no, it's whatever I say goes is how this is going to end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, it's in the script.
Yeah.
So if it says that you're going to win in the script, that's about
41.
41 and 2/3%
Two-thirds, yeah.
chance that you're going to win. Love it.
That is awesome.
I love it. Fantastic.
I love those guys.
That's crazy. They're, I'm sure they're fabulous, athletes. But my dad used to just absolutely believe it was real. We used to have a little argument over that.
Your dad is right.
Wait, are you saying it's not now?
Nah, I'm saying it's
What
not.
is-
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
implying that.
No, I'm not
that
implying.
wasn't
I'm stating
real
it outright.
emotion.
It's not
there.
real. And what I love about it is they don't even pretend it's not real, and that hasn't hurt them. That has not hurt the WWE.
Because the numbers don't lie.
Right, that's why. That's exactly right. All right, let me tell you about Bambee. BAMBEE. When running a business, HR issues can kill you. Wrongful termination suits, minimum wage requirements, labor regulations, you got all that stuff to deal with. And the fact that HR managers' salaries aren't cheap, an average of $70,000 a year. Bambee, BAMBEE, was created specifically for small business. So you can get a dedicated HR manager, craft your HR policy, and maintain your compliance all for just $99 a month. Really the way to go. So much cheaper than hiring an HR manager. With Bambee, you can change HR from your biggest liability to your biggest strength. Month to month, so you don't have to sign a really long, 2 or 3 year contract. There's no hidden fees, and you can cancel anytime you want. You didn't start your business because you wanted to spend time on HR compliance. What a nightmare it is. Go to Bambee.com/unleashed right now to schedule your free HR audit. That's Bambee.com/unleashed. Spelled BAM, BAMBEE.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray.
Chris Christie's back, trying to make some noise and get attention again.
Yeah, I see his mug on TV every so often now, making the rounds, trying to get back into everybody's face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did he not learn the lesson? We're not interested, Chris. I mean, this isn't 2010 anymore where you just burst on the scene and nobody knew what you actually stood for. Nobody knew you were a rhino. Nobody knew it at the time. In fact, we used to do the Chris Christie porn.
How dirty do you feel now?
Yeah, I just can't get clean. I wash, take a shower every 15, 20 minutes. You can't get clean from the Chris Christie porn. If he decides to seek the Republican Party nomination in 2024, he might not be able to rely on his home state, though, because they don't like him.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a 64% unfavorable rating. That's all.
I mean, the numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie.
There's our title today, gentlemen. The numbers don't lie.
Christie left a lasting impression on New Jersey. Nearly every New Jerseyan still has an opinion of him, according to Patrick Murray, who's the director of the Monmouth University's Independent Poll Institute. The problem is those opinions tend to be fairly negative.
On Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. The numbers don't lie. A full 70% of respondents said they believed Christie would not make a good president, while 60% hoped he wouldn't run in 2024 versus 10%.
Just go be an attorney somewhere.
Who said they wanted him to run?
Our faces.
Yeah, I know. But he won't.
No, he loves that. He loves it.
There's a beach somewhere that he needs to be on.
Yeah, it's the like the Fat Beach where.
Oh no! Remember when he closed down the beach, but yet he went and sat on it?
Yeah.
By himself, him and his wife. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. But
NBC.
Is there a fat beach?
Apparently,
by the way?
Yeah. I mean,
because now
do we have this picture? Probably not.
I don't know that we have that picture, but basically, there's an op-ed going around that just.
Can you get that picture?
No.
Can you see that?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's hot.
It sure is.
It's lovely.
What's wrong
lovely
with
this
that?
time of year. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just you in a bikini, frankly, and longer hair.
Again, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Incredibly appealing. That's all.
Jeffy, did you let yourself go during the pandemic? Did you? Oh no, he's getting. Oh, he's reaching
Go ahead.
for something.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's an op-ed that just says, "Let yourself go." I mean, if your pants don't fit since the pandemic, now just be fat. Just give in.
This op-ed claims women should have a hot fat girl summer. Oh, ick! Look at that.
I did not realize that this was out there. I didn't realize that was out there.
Oh,
yeah,
honey.
It is.
Wow, I thought that just went to my dating site.
No, apparently
Sorry.
not. Bet that's popular on your dating site. I bet that's popular.
Wait, the swipe left when you're not interested?
Yeah.
There's been
Correct.
a lot of swiping left on that picture.
All you got to do is have one.
It only takes one. NBC recommends, though, we survived a global pandemic and now you're worried about the size of your jeans? Let's just refuse to ever be ashamed of our bodies again.
Amen.
It's time to tip the scales in our favor and have ourselves a hot, fat girl summer.
Oh, no. Oh. Hold on. What's the author's name? What's the author? Does it say the author?
Mindy Belinsky.
Gabe Kaminsky.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Gabe Kaminsky. So this is a guy saying this?
Gabe's got a fetish.
Yeah.
I mean, we're assuming that Gabe identifies as a guy.
That is true. And
Excuse
we shouldn't
me,
assume
ma'am. It is ma'am.
And also,
Point of personal privilege.
yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Thank you.
Could I see that story again?
Okay.
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 There you go. I'm going to save that picture. No. I want to see here. No, it's, what's her name here? Good grief. Samita Makaba. I guarantee you, she's just trying to fat affirm herself. I guarantee this is what it is.
So what's the problem with fat affirming?
I don't know. Tell us.
There's no
There
problem
is
with
no
it.
problem with it.
Right, there is no problem.
Yeah, in fact, that's the next thing we're going after is fat shaming, right?
It's
Yes.
about freaking time.
Right. Stop sizeism.
Thank you.
That's next up.
Yeah,
To the left.
the author is a large individual. Yes.
Okay.
Noted.
All right. There's some workshop goals and key takeaways.
Yeah, we're going to learn how to be nice to people that are of size.
Thank you.
Well, and Jeffy knows about this because his coworkers are really sensitive about it, and we've already practiced all of these helpful tips.
Are they?
Have you? Have you?
You know we have.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, if you were going to go down the list,
the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie.
If you look at this list, the five.
Okay, what are they?
Takeaways.
What are the 5 goals?
Tell us.
The awareness of sizeism and how it operates as a system of oppression and its intersection with capitalism, white supremacy, and patriarchy. i.e., thinness as a beauty standard is actually about the hatred of fatness. Yes.
Spin it, baby.
Yes.
Spin it. Okay.
Fatness has little to nothing to do with health.
What?
What?
I mean, that's a clear that they push that a lot now. That it has nothing to do with health.
You notice that they've stopped telling us to be healthy, right?
Right.
Even though that could really help you in a fight against COVID, were you to
Don't
catch
start
it.
pushing out misinformation.
All right, what's number 3?
Health is not a moral obligation, nor is it entirely within our control. Well, duh. Your genes, whether they be stretched genes or not, are you have no control over.
Just big boned.
Address fat phobia in our spaces.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in food justice, sustainable food movements.
What food justice?
Food justice.
What does that even mean?
Food justice.
Stop it. And work to combat sizeism and prioritize fat liberation as part of radical movements.
Thank you.
I would just say what we need to do is just make awareness of sizeism more important and more open here.
Is this saying that, like, when they're marching in the street or whatever, there should be a faction of fat people marching with them? Saying,
sure.
I mean, I don't know how many blocks that contingent would be able to make it through the parade.
Yeah, the fat people are protesting back there.
Yeah. We'll catch up to you.
The fat people be stationary, and the rest of the parade just circles around. They just circle back. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, it's finally someone is saying it.
Thank you.
Fatness has nothing to do with your health. It's perfectly fine.
So you're going to show up at one of these BLM marches for food justice or whatever we're
I am in love with that.
Trying to.
I mean, it's important that maybe, people realize that, maybe at places of business need to
widen the doorway?
Yes.
I agree, my friend. I'm with you 100%.
Are you really?
Yeah, I can't abide. I can't abide the mocking of fatsos.
Like look fat. Look fat. Hypothetically, let's say you know someone that they get stuck between, say, the moon
and New York City.
Yeah. Hypothetically. Yeah. What could you do to rectify that?
Well, the best you can do. I mean, the best that you can do
is what?
Chew the fat. Everybody knows that.
Chew the fat.
You got to chew it if you're stuck. Wait.
What would people do to listen to Chew the Fat, by the way?
Well, you can go to whatever platform you listen to your podcast on and subscribe to it. And
that seems really convenient and really easy.
It is very convenient.
Yeah. Same with this. Please subscribe and rate it the 5 stars because that helps others find the show. It'll pop up when they're looking for, quality entertainment. So subscribe, rate 5 stars. We would appreciate it a great deal. And just spread the word so that when you're doing all the patisms, then they're going through your head. Others will understand what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you want them to.
You won't have to explain it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's actually a rule that we've discussed on Chewing the Fat that if you're a subscriber to Chewing the Fat, and I'm happy that you're listening to other things and have your little headphones on, listen to whatever you want to. But if someone asks you, "Hey, what do you listen to?" Chewing the Fat. That's a rule. It's a podcast rule.
I might be listening to a Foreigner CD, but I tell them it's Chewing the Fat.
What are you listening to? Okay. Chewing the Fat.
Oh, at themikeshow.com. Might also be something that you're listening to.
No one would ever say that.
Corby, what's your podcast? You might as well throw it in.
What do you
here.
do now?
I don't have one yet, sorry.
What?
We found the one human being without a podcast.
What is your problem?
Out of 7.5 billion people, Corby's the only one on this earth who doesn't have a podcast.
Has he been checked?
Wow, you got to get checked. Seriously. All right, 888-900-3393.
Good morning.
3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got some tweets here from discarded giblet tissue. Media. How does it drive? Biden. I don't know. Ask the guy in control.
Oh, that is. It's almost heartbreaking.
This could be his answer for any question. Yeah, very true. He's always sorry that he's doing something wrong. Somebody told him not to do this or that, and I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm going to get in trouble on my mom.
You'd like to think that maybe that he thinks it's funny, saying that you guys are going to get me into trouble. You guys are going to get me in trouble for this.
I don't know if he thinks it's funny.
I'm not going to let you drive the grocery cart again, Joey, if you don't do this.
It's heartbreaking. No, I'm getting sad now. This whole truck thing really threw me for a loop.
Let me remind you.
I don't care how old you are, man. You should be able to drive a truck forward.
Mm-hmm. Let me help you. His signature, what it's doing to the country. Are you still sad?
No.
Okay.
No.
Pico the Adventurous Shark tweets, Scott Steiner's math is how they got to 80 million votes for Biden. The Steve 42, I didn't know Keith was a wrestler.
Right. That was my previous life. Obviously, I've let myself go since then as well.
Obviously. Vaxed Professor.
Not everybody can keep themselves in,
that athletic, overweight situation.
Right. Not everyone can.
Not everyone
In fact, nobody in this room can.
No, that's true.
Speak for yourself.
Vaxed Professor Chris Christie is a rhino, a hippo, and an elephant all wrapped into one.
Okay, not after our fat shaming size.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say.
I'm sorry. Did we violate
no.
Yes.
rule number?
No.
Rule number all 5.
Rule number.
Rule number all of them.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I still want to know what food justice is.
Food justice. That's. I guess everybody has food.
Address fat phobia in our spaces, especially in food justice / sustainable food movements.
Yeah, that's got to be. I mean,
it's got to be plentiful. It's got to be available to all, and it has to be sustainable.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds like a good time. These people are fun.
And it would be if you didn't eat so much of it. Anyway.
Pathead Sergeant 1 sent this image of a magnet on his relative's arms. This thing is real. This is just flat out.
What?
No, it's not. What? Did you not see the Keith thing? Keith proved it with his mom and stepdad.
Right.
Now, it doesn't work on Corby's arm, though.
No, I know.
But Corby got the wrong one. Which one did you get, Corby?
Yeah, but
I got Moderna.
Yeah.
Moderna.
And that's what my parents got.
Right.
And we've seen it with Johnson & Johnson. And this one is something else. What is this one? Pfizer, I think?
It doesn't say.
Are you sure? Okay. I wrote it. Okay. Yeah. I think that one's Pfizer.
Huh.
It's multiple. It's all of them.
It has to be the heavy metals in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're putting gold in this or magnesium or aluminum. Who knows what they're doing? But there's obviously something magnetic in it, right? Something that attracts magnets.
Sure.
Some sort of metal.
How are people even
walking
walking by their refrigerators without the magnets just flying toward them?
Well, you don't need a refrigerator magnet anymore. You got an arm magnet now, and you can store all your children's art on your arm.
That was a good rebuttal. How are the refrigerator magnets not flying all over the place?
How is it? How is it possible?
So you're going to get the vaccine?
I'm thinking about it.
You've been thinking about it for like 4 months.
It's been a tough week.
I am vaccine hesitant.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I'm in the vaccine hesitant crowd.
Yeah, I'm not a definite no, but I'm certainly hesitant. Yeah. More hesitant now than probably I've ever been.
And I say every time I get close to, I'm just going to get it.
Yep.
They keep pulling me back into the hesitancy
especially
crowd,
after this week. This has been a bad week for it. I mean, we've heard about a lot of adverse reactions, plus the 5,000 deaths. That's about as adverse as it gets,
small
right
percentage,
there.
Though.
It's really a small percentage. Not when you consider other vaccines and how many people they've killed.
And how they pulled them right off the shelves as soon as they started doing that.
If it's 5,000 in this amount of time, that is the worst death rate probably of any vaccine ever.
Oh, at least you can sue the manufacturers, though, for any adverse effects.
No, you can't. No. No. Took care of that.
How about the government? They'll handle it.
So how are your folks doing after that?
They're fine. It was just like, what did I say? My mom had a rash on her arm for a day.
My father-in-law was pretty sick for 2 or 3 days after both of them. He had Moderna. My sister-in-law just had her first shot of Astra. Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And she's, the tail has started to grow.
Has it?
Yeah,
she's not feeling well?
She's not feeling well at all, yeah.
Seems like almost everybody gets that.
She said for the first night, for about 4 or 5 hours, where they gave her the shot, felt like her arm was going to burn off. She was on, felt like it was on fire. Well, but I mean,
small price to pay for 6 months of protection.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
I mean, you only have to do this every 6 months. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll get you a booster every 6 months.
Yes, and then you don't have to wear a mask.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you behave just as we tell you to behave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But okay, your arm might feel like it's burning off. You might get a temperature of 104, 105, whatever. It'll go away. You might wake up with the chills and shaking and convulsing, and you might have seizures. Okay, you might be vomiting profusely. You might have blood pouring out your eyes.
It's possible.
It's possible. You might. But you know what? That only lasts 2, 3, 4 days, couple of weeks maybe. At tops.
Or you could just risk getting
the risk of it lasting more than 3 or 4 weeks is
risk
low.
the 0.3% chance you die from it and have lifelong immunity.
Yes, you could. You could do that.
Whatever.
But then we'll be pissed at you and we won't let you go anywhere. So don't worry about it. Then there's this very strange...
This is fun. No, this is fun.
...event from this AstraZeneca side effect.
So this guy's sitting there, right? And the guy walks up to him and just asks him some questions. And it's interesting.
Yeah, look at this.
Feeling so good on Thursday. I had to take the day off. Does it hurt? Like, what is that really what they say it is? Like on TikTok? Yeah, it's not. It didn't hurt, but I got a fever and chills and stuff like that. I wasn't feeling too good.
Oh,
no way. Yeah. And a little bit sore, but now it's good. Now it's good. It's last week. The only problem is that everywhere I go, everything is trying to connect to me, man. Like Bluetooth connectivity.
Everything's.
I got Bluetooth connectivity. I get in the car, my car is trying to connect to me. I go home, or my computer.
Pause it for a second.
Like my phone.
All right, he's speaking really fast, but he seems to be saying that the AstraZeneca shot has provided him with connectivity to devices. Every time he goes up to a device,
it tries to connect with him.
It tries to connect to his arm.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
All right, I'm listening.
Like everything, all the time.
How do you know they're trying to connect to you? Like,
because I keep getting this bloody notification. Check this out. Mm-hmm. Everywhere I go, I keep getting this notification all the time. It's nuts.
You're with AstraZeneca?
Trying to connect to AstraZeneca.
I keep saying cancel. No.
What happens if you connect to it?
I don't know, man. I didn't try it. I'm scared.
So then the next day,
everyone is asking how you're doing.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's not me that they're asking about. It's you. Are you feeling okay? What about the connectivity? How's that working?
The connectivity is still there, man. I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah?
Yeah. Check this out. See that TV over there?
Watch this.
Yeah?
Okay, if I walk up to it, it's going to try and connect to it. Watch this.
That's a cow, man. Let me see.
Okay. Trying to connect to AstraZeneca, something.
Everywhere I get the same message.
Is it just this TV?
Nope. I walk away.
And it turns off.
Oh my god. And you don't feel any vibrations in your body? Nothing?
Nothing. All good.
Huh. Okay.
No
that easily faked.
Easily fakeable.
You know, all you have to do is have a remote in the hand of the guy who's filming
or
it.
Somebody else off to the side. Yep.
And they just turned it on when he got close, and they turned it off when he walked away.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand,
yeah, if you're gonna name it, like,
can't rule it out.
If you're gonna name that that connection point, just name it AstraZeneca. Why is it AstraZeneca _ AXVCB? That's literally what your phone does. When it's reading those connections. So I mean, that's a really in-depth fake if that's what it is. I tried to connect to Corby's arm yesterday and it didn't work. Didn't work. Didn't get any kind of thing. Man, you got gypped. No magnet, no Bluetooth. You go back, man. Get another one. That's
my father-in-law connects. He has music playing out of his butt now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want that.
I didn't want to mention that.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I'd love to have
a lot of bass coming out of there.
I'd love to have music coming out my butt.
Yeah. I didn't realize. I guess it's because of the vaccine.
Because of the vaccine.
All of a sudden, he came out of the bedroom. And he's like, "I got music playing from my butt."
Like, was it rap? Like what? Like honestly, like what kind of music was it?
This is agonizing. No, he listens to He listens to 60s stuff.
Oh.
He likes like Creedence Clearwater Revival, and he loves
looking out his back door.
He does love Foreigner?
Yeah.
Good for him. I like your father-in-law.
No, he's not
good
allowed
guy.
to play in
Good
the
man.
house, though.
Really?
Speaking of coming out your butt, we got to share this guy too.
Well, that's a great segue right there.
Yeah. This guy shows you how to properly shower.
Oh no!
Amid, to avoid transmitting or contracting COVID-19
in the shower.
Yeah, and elsewhere. Check this out.
Okay,
let's be instructive for you.
Mm-hmm.
We have a vaccine that works doesn't mean it's time to get laxed. You have to wear a mask. Even if you live alone, especially in the shower.
Pause it for a second.
It's common sense.
Is this guy's head abnormally large for
No,
his body?
It's just the way he's facing into that phone camera.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's okay. All right, here he is.
Droplets can go through the drain and come up through somebody else's toilet, infecting them through their anus. I mean, just use your brain and stop being lazy.
Use your brain. Stop being lazy. Oh no. Wait.
All right.
Is he going to take us into the shower with him? He's wrapping himself up here. Got a mask. Another mask. Oh, boy.
Oh, a mask on the inside.
How are you going to protect your butt?
Well, he just shows you right there. He's got a mask.
That's awesome.
On his butt.
I mean,
well, that'll stop the COVID from coming up through the toilet.
You don't want that.
Thank you.
You don't want that.
No, you do not.
I love that because it just shows you the absurdity of this whole thing.
That's for sure.
That's really funny and really poignant. And should give you pause to think, look how far we've come down this rabbit hole.
Right.
It's pretty deep.
But I mean, there's some cool things in the last year. Now we have music coming out of our butts.
Yeah.
Apparently.
A year and a half ago, we would not have believed, and we didn't believe that we would be. I mean, there's no way you would have believed we were going to be here.
Yeah.
No way.
And if you would have been told it will be brought on by a pandemic, that would scare the crap out of you. Then you find out the pandemic is 99.5% survivable. And you're like, wait, what? Okay, so you've completely altered our civilization for this? For something that hardly anybody dies from? Okay. You certainly wouldn't have believed that.
No way.
And those that do have these comorbidities that are causing this.
Right. Right. Pretty amazing.
What are you staring at me for, dude?
Is that more fat shaming?
It only applies to the morbidly obese, so it obviously isn't applying to anybody that I know.
I thought we covered this already today, but
You're offended?
Apparently not.
Are you offended?
Apparently not.
He's offended.
Mr.
Look at him.
Comorbidity. Okay.
I want to know when you're getting the vaccine, dude.
I told you I'm vaccine hesitant. I'm in the vaccine hesitant crowd.
Plus, we both avoided it this long.
I know, and then
I'm kind of to the point where
I am
just
too,
keep avoiding it.
It feels to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like you could end up making the decision to get the vaccine if it starts to impact your ability to move about freely. Is that fair?
I don't know if it's that. I don't know. I don't know
the answer to that either. But really, it would be if there was a big wave again,
then
where people started where we were actually stepping over bodies. Mm-hmm. You might think, well, you know what?
Maybe it's worth the risk.
I'll stop by Kroger on the way home.
Have we been stepping over bodies at any point during this process?
Have you not? The numbers don't lie, Keith.
I've not stepped over any bodies.
Seriously?
To date.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I mean,
I'd like to know where you shop.
Right.
Out in the country where you live.
Now pre-pandemic New York City, there was plenty of bodies to step over, but not since then here in Texas.
So Nancy Pelosi believes that she is the queen of the universe, and she has said that she will not allow representatives in the House who haven't been vaccinated. Here's what she had to say yesterday.
I thought they already had been.
I know.
Follow up on that. The president has talked about July 4th as being maybe this time when the country can begin to sort of gather more and get back to normal. Do you see any openings for other aspects of the Capitol to visitors? And again, knowing that so many people have not been vaccinated, do you just keep waiting for them, or is there an alternative?
You have to wait for them to be vaccinated because they are selfishly a dangerment to other people, including
They're a
staff
dangerment
people here. While we're all hopeful, and I join the president in being hopeful that we can reach a place where it is safe for people to be. What is this, the honor system? The honor system?
Yeah.
As to whether somebody's been vaccinated? Do you want them breathing in your face on the strength of their honor?
I do not like her.
So let's just see.
What?
I do not like her.
Let's just see. I mean, again, this is about science and governance. And science and governance, we have a responsibility to make sure that the House of the Representatives chamber is not a petri dish.
Not a petri dish.
Because of the selfishness of some not to be vaccinated, or to insist, or to wear a mask, because it requires us to wear a mask. I mean, we could come to a place where we say, if you don't want to wear a mask and you don't want to, if you're not vaccinated, don't even come to the floor. We have facilities up above in the gallery where people can come to vote. We don't want to deter anybody's ability to exercise their constitutional duties. We have that responsibility as well. So we're trying to balance everybody being able to exercise his or her constitutional duties as well as protect the staff and the other members. Now, as I know a lot of things as Speaker of the House. Yeah. I know a lot of things. And I know a lot about people's predispositions and the rest because they share them with me.
I bet they
and I have to make judgments based on what the vulnerability are.
In other words, get a vaccine or wear a mask or you're not welcome here.
And she's following the science, of course, which she's not doing.
What?
She doesn't know the science if she says she's following it. She doesn't know the science.
What? It's about science and governance.
Yeah, governance.
I mean, that same day, she was definitely following the science, right?
At the White House.
Oh, look at all these Democrats hanging out there. I don't see a mask. Look, same attire. It's yesterday. Oh, she's put her little power pin on. Not one mask in any of these clips.
Well, have they all been vaccinated, though?
Oh, that must be what it is. Okay.
I'm sure those have been all vaccinated.
Well, what are they on the honor system?
Is that what we're doing here? The honor system?
Or were they all monitored, or did they do a blood test to get in?
I bet they did.
I mean, she knows a lot of things.
She knows a lot of things.
I mean, she's great.
She knows where her plastic surgeon lives. We know that. We do know that.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Thanks for being here. Got some tweets here. Hippie Patriot tweets. My husband would love having automatic connection. I'll tell him to get an AstraZeneca shot. He never can connect to any device without lots of tries.
That's my problem. Now I'm starting to come around if this is real.
Yeah, right? As long as it's convenient, we're okay with it. Go ahead and monitor everything we do. Track us. Yeah, if it's convenient.
Like, how far can I get? If I get this AstraZeneca and I get the Bluetooth, how far can I get from the device that I'm enjoying the entertainment from?
A mile and a half.
I might. Okay.
Yeah, a mile and a half.
Are we getting the extra AstraZeneca here in the U.S., though?
Yeah.
There's AstraZeneca, because I think most of them are the Moderna and the Pfizer, right?
Yeah, I think
there's still some Johnson & Johnson out there.
Largest supply, but there's, I think, all four. Aaron Grenade tweets, my wife keeps saying we need to connect better. Maybe we should both get the shot. There you go. Brandished finger guns. Are we sure Corby wasn't given the placebo since we're technically still in the testing phase?
Oh, yeah.
That's
a good question.
We are not sure. From the Steve 42, someone should tell Nancy Pelosi that the House of Representatives has been a festering petri dish of disease for years.
Thank you.
That's a fact.
Sure is. Sure is. Hey, some interesting thoughts here from Richard Dawkins. You know who Richard Dawkins is?
I love Richard Dawson.
It's not Dawson. It's Dawkins.
Oh, not the Family Feud.
Yeah, not the Family Feud guy who kisses all the women.
Yeah, I loved him.
Before he asks questions.
He was awesome.
Can you imagine that today?
I was just about to say, there's a lot of people from that era. Can you imagine them today?
He'd be in prison right now. He has decided, this is a famed atheist thought leader.
That's how they present those dingleberries all the time, too, man.
Oh, jeez. So you lead us in thoughts?
Yes.
Like this?
But not prayers.
Please lead us.
It's wise and sensible to abort babies with Down syndrome. He wants to abort all babies who might be born with it. This kind of thing worked out so well in Nazi Germany that why not give it a whirl here?
Let's give it
sure.
Why not?
That's a brilliant idea. I don't even understand how people like this have a forum. Why would you even give him an area where he can sound off and say these kinds of things?
As a husband and wife having a child, you have an opportunity to murder that child if you don't really want it. Because we don't know for sure if it's going to have Down syndrome or not, but we can tell you that we think it will, and then you can go ahead and kill it. So what do you think?
And we've decided they have no quality of life if they do have Down syndrome and can't contribute to the society in any way. So you might as well just abort.
Just get rid of it.
It's amazing.
It'll make your life so much better.
And
will it?
Easier. Got this tweet. Check out these results from a YouGov survey I just did. How are 11% of the people... Well, we'll get to the survey here. Texas recently passed a law that bans abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected.
The 6-week rule, right?
Yeah, let's see if that holds up.
I know.
Sure hope so. Which can be as early as 6 weeks. It requires abortion providers to check for a fetal heartbeat and prohibits them from performing the procedure if they find one. Now, not only has this been proposed, it's been passed and signed into law already. Amazing. Do you support or oppose the law? According to YouGov Direct, strongly support 36%. Strongly oppose 36%. Dead even. Somewhat support 10%, so you got 46% there to 45% of strongly or somewhat oppose. 46 to 45%, and then I don't know. 11%. You don't know.
I find that I don't know that I agree with that.
I don't know. You don't know if you agree with what?
I think that the support is more than that.
For strongly supporting?
Well, maybe not strongly supporting, but overall support for that.
For a heartbeat bill.
Feels, and maybe it's just my circles, but it feels like the support is more than that.
Yeah, I don't know. The support for late-term abortions isn't there.
No,
it's not
at
there.
all.
The support for early-term abortions, because the left has done such a great job spinning this, and because we haven't been in this fight until recently, not enough anyway. They actually do support most of the surveys that I see. Most Americans do support early term.
Yeah.
Early abortion.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying completely. I'm not talking about supporting the all-out ban. But I feel like like right there, that shows that there it's almost 50-50.
Yeah,
right.
Which seems about
for
right.
And against.
I think based on the way this thing goes and the way the media covers it, that's probably about right. I mean, it's sad that it's 46-45.
Because you can support early abortion, and that still means you're for abortion. Right? I mean,
yes, exactly.
Hello.
Right.
I'm not opposing it.
Right.
I'm just saying, hey, after a certain point, guess what? You gotta have it. And that, I guess, is opposing, right? So,
yes.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we're going to be held accountable for it one day. I really believe that.
Is there a governance or something that's going to hold you accountable?
There is a universal governance,
really?
Yes. And I don't make universal law. I just live by it. And there's going to be an accounting for this, and we're going to be sorry that we didn't do more. I really think that.
Good morning.
Yeah.
888.
Were you getting to that or no?
933-93.
Right there in your hand.
Was it getting to what?
We're just 10 days away from the UFO report getting released.
Yeah, the fully redacted UFO report that's coming out that we're not going to learn one single thing from.
Sharpie. Brought to you by Sharpie.
We're learning more from interviews from people than we are that we'll learn from this thing.
No question. Yeah, but people are kind of preparing and they're talking about this. A few people are talking about it. I'm surprised there's not more people talking about this because the Pentagon has admitted it now. They've admitted it. Something they've denied for 50, 60, 70 years.
Everyone denied. It made people look like the pilots who have come out in the past saying that they saw something, they witnessed something. They all were shot down in flames.
Yeah.
What are you, crazy? Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. And now they're saying, well, yeah, you know what? They probably did see that.
Yeah. Now you got former presidents
okay.
confirming that as well.
Yeah, Barack Obama talking to James Corden about UFOs. Here's what he had to say.
The truth is that when I came into office, I asked, right? I was like,
Did
all right,
you?
Is there the lab somewhere where we're keeping the alien specimens in spaceship?
First base.
They did a little bit of research, and the answer was no. But what is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory.
Don't you miss them?
They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
Right. Okay. So, wow, what insight he brought to this discussion.
I mean, he completely denied it his whole presidency.
Right.
Shut up.
Thank you. I was thinking that too, man. Come on.
We'll probably get
agonizing.
Probably get more clarity from Shaquille O'Neal, who was on Jimmy Kimmel talking about it. Here's what Shaq had to say about a UFO encounter he had.
You know what's crazy? I never told anybody this story. In 1997, me and one of my good friends, Chris Flores, we were on a double date. The girl he married, her name is Melissa, her friend named Melissa. We were on a double date. We were coming from Hollywood Video in Madera, California. And right when we passed the fairground, by this big open lot, I could have swear I saw a flying saucer come down with all the lights, and it was spinning, and it just and took off, and everything happened in less than 5 seconds, and we all looked at each other, was like, and I know that it was a UFO. I don't care what anybody says.
You never told anybody about that?
Nope, you're the first person I told, because I don't want people to think I'm crazy. But
right.
But since I know you're crazy and you believe in UFOs, now it's time to let the world know that Shaq believes in UFOs.
You know, I have to say, I think that's part of the problem is anytime anyone shares a UFO story, people think they're crazy. And some of these pilots last night were saying, like, if I'd been alone in the plane and seen this, I don't think I would have told anyone because people would have thought I was crazy. But since there were 4 of us, we either were all crazy or we saw something.
I have another question for you.
Yes, go ahead, Chad.
Logical question.
All right.
Why, when I look up at nighttime, I can see the moon? So the moon from Earth is how many miles? Just guess.
280,000.
At least 50. I don't know. It's got to be a good
50
distance.
What, 1,000 miles?
1,000. Pause.
Yes, Jack. It's just 1,000 miles.
Should have quit while he was ahead on the UFO story.
You got to be kidding.
Because now we're going back to thinking you're crazy here in a second.
What is it? 1,000 miles?
Yeah.
It's the moon is 1,000 miles from the Earth.
That's why we need. That's why we need a rocket ship to get there, Shaq.
1,000.
238,900 miles.
These are the people
I know.
so many Americans listen to.
I know.
And look at how ill-informed they are. They have no idea.
But I didn't tell you the alien story. I haven't told you about the UFO story because I don't want people to think I'm crazy.
I just
let me
left
talk to you about the
Hollywood
moon.
Video with my friends, and we were smoking a bowl, and I thought, hey, is that an alien ship?
Hold on, it gets better with
and
this
we
guy.
seed it. You seed it? What are you, 4? I love it. It's like a past tense.
Did he say
seed? He said seed it.
Seed it.
And I seed it instead of saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
It didn't even do seen? Okay, but watch the rest of this. This is wild, man.
It's got to be a good
50
distance.
what, 1,000 miles?
Yeah.
More than that, probably.
Thank you.
Okay, so my question is, I can stand outside and look up and see the moon. How come when I stand outside my yard, I can't see California? And it's only 3,000 miles away. Think about
Probably because you're only 8 feet tall. If you were 9 feet tall, you would be able to see California.
Right?
He pulled a think about it. Did you see that?
Right.
Think about it. That's only 3,000. I can't see that, but I can see the moon. I mean,
how do you even respond?
I still want to know if he said seated.
Yeah, you did.
First of all,
I mean, we're stupider for having witnessed that.
No question. And we're
all
stupider.
dumber.
Both of those late night show clips that we just aired.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me again why their numbers are failing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even both those shows with the laugh tracks and the remote guests.
But he's seated.
And the information that they're giving.
They've seen their ratings go down, too.
Yeah.
Because of all of this.
Yeah.
I will say one cool thing from that interview that he did with Kimmel was Kimmel brought this up, how Shaq is known for, I did not realize this, if he's in a store and he sees someone struggling with a purchase or debating, he steps up and just pays for it
all the time. Yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
It is so cool. Story after story of him doing this.
He really is a nice guy.
Yeah.
But,
the moon story, I just can't with that. Why can't I see California?
He's been, he's been very fortunate in his athletic ability, being, born 8 feet tall.
I can't see California.
But I can see the moon. Think about it. He literally did the tap to the forehead. Think about it.
And it's 3,000 miles away.
Really? I look up, I see the moon. How far is that?
280,000
miles?
Well, about 240 to 280,000.
1,000 miles?
Depending on when you're talking about.
1,000 miles?
You'd think if that was going to be...
Multiply that by 280 and you're about there.
If that's your argument, Shaq, you might want to take a moment to learn how far the moon is because it only helps your argument, right? That there's something weird going on.
It does help his argument.
Well, he thought the moon was only 1,000 miles away and California was 3.
And there's your answer.
There's your answer.
Right.
So you can see the moon.
California is further away than the moon is.
You need to get your eyesight checked.
I can't believe it.
I seen it.
I can't believe it.
I seen it.
All right. Let me tell you about ScoreMaster. Imagine your credit score being, let's say, 30 or 60 points added to it. Not 10 or 15 points like other. I've seen some of the commercials from credit repair companies where the person gets on and brags about 7 points. I raised my credit score 7 points. Did you? Wow. Here's a lollipop.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
I mean, it's so weak. ScoreMaster users can add up to 61 points in just 20 days or less. Life-changing. Adding all those points to your credit score can mean faster approvals, better deals, lower interest rates on everything from buying or refinancing a new home to leasing a new car or applying for a credit card. ScoreMaster was created by credit data scientists to put you in charge of your finances. One member raised their score 33 points within a couple of days, another 43 points. We've had people who in 30 days or so have raised their credit score 100 points. ScoreMaster is simple. It's easy to use. It takes about 1 minute to get started. And if you do it now, you get to try your ScoreMaster for free and see how many points you can add. Go to scoremaster.com/Pat. Scoremaster.com/Pat.
I mean, like, that sounds like you have somebody actively lobbying to keep the
people
road
don't
from
want
being...
it to happen, Keith. I don't know. I'm sorry. People don't want it to happen. So I don't know if it's too expensive or what the deal is, but they're adamant about it.
It sounds like it. My word.
All right, got some tweets here. Comrade Snoobage tweets, Nancy's worried about an unvaccinated person breathing on her. Being unvaccinated doesn't mean you're infected, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people have manipulated science and confused people about sickness and virus spread. It's agonizing. Yes, it is.
Thank you.
And the science. Follow the science. I've been reading this book. I mentioned this yesterday. Stephen Koonin is a physicist who graduated from Caltech, probably the brainiest institute west of the Mississippi.
Which book is this? Because I read his first book.
Did you?
Yeah, I read his first book. I mean, it's an example
this one's Unsettled.
Of the numbers. No,
Unsettled. You haven't read that one yet.
The numbers don't lie.
No, they don't. They don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he graduated from Caltech and MIT. I mean, this guy's a brainiac.
Right. I mean, he actually knows that the moon is at least 1,000 miles away from the planet.
He does know. It's about 1,050 miles.
Okay. I mean,
he knows about that. So anyway, he not only did he graduate and get a PhD from MIT in physics, but he was part of the Obama administration. Ooh. He was one of his science advisors. And his specialty was climate change. And he's been looking into this and believed it. Well, then, long about, 2013 or 2014, he started to have some doubts because they were really studying it and looking at the data. And he started to think, wait a minute, We've been wrong about this the whole time.
Huh.
I mean, he believes it's happening. He believes the Earth is slightly warmed. He just doesn't believe there's anything catastrophic about it. And Michael Shellenberger, whom we talked to a few months ago, came to the same conclusion, same kind of guy. Been a liberal his whole life, was a complete climate change believer, and then he started to really look into things. And he's upset with the way they're exaggerating this, as is Stephen Koonin. So anyway, he talks about this piece he wrote in 2013 in the Wall Street Journal because he was concerned about everybody saying this was settled science, and the science wasn't settled, and he knew it. And there's, the consensus they keep talking about when there isn't any consensus.
Right.
So he wrote, many scientific colleagues, some of them my friends for decades, were outraged that I would highlight problems with the science, and thus, as one of them said, give ammunition to the deniers. Another said it would have been okay to publish my essay in some obscure scientific journal, but reproached me for doing so in a forum with so many readers. And a prominent defender of the idea that the science is settled enough published a response to my op-ed that began by calling for New York University. Plus, he works at New York University. He's at NYU, one of the most liberal institutions in the world. But so this guy called for his for NYU to reconsider his employment.
Yeah, because it was okay for him to say it, just not where anybody heard it.
Exactly. And then he says, and he went on to misrepresent many of the things I'd written, which is what they do. Yep. That's what they do. But then bafflingly acknowledged that almost all the uncertainties I mentioned were well known and much discussed among the experts. It seems that by highlighting those uncertainties so plainly and publicly, I had inadvertently broken some code of silence like the mafia's omerta. It's exactly what's going on here. I started reading this book yesterday because I just found out about it and downloaded it immediately. And I started highlighting things, and I found, I'm highlighting every single paragraph in this thing. Once you've highlighted everything, it's really not highlighted anymore. I don't know if you've noticed that, but it's really worth the read. Unsettled. He talks about how this has become a religious fervor to the left.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not science. This is not how science operates. They never say it's settled and don't talk about it anymore. That's just, and we've mentioned that. But it's nice to have a guy with these kinds of credentials saying it. He and Michael Shellenberger.
And who's the guy? And I don't remember his name, and it might be this Shellenberger. Who's the guy that was that had started Greenpeace? He's a
that's neither of these guys, but he's good too.
His name, but he's a big time. The numbers don't lie.
Right. And he started out, as you mentioned, founding Greenpeace.
Yes.
So it's interesting. And as soon as this happens with them, they lose friends.
Yes, they do.
Stephen Koonin talked about all the friends he's lost over this because they're too crazy. They're just too committed, and they don't care that they're lying about it. In fact, they're fine with it.
Like most of the pet issues on the left, it's a cult.
Right.
Period.
Some would ask if they were really your friends to begin with.
That's true. Yeah. Your mom would ask that. Were they really your friends to begin with, honey?
Do that?
I don't think so. Let's see. We got a tweet here from B. DeBodine. Nancy makes me feel like going into a wrestling rant like the early clip, minus the math, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning.
All right, 50-50. Here we go.
But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
Right.
So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix. Mm-hmm. Your chances of winning drastically go down.
Oh,
see, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try.
What about the Samoan?
So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
But that's not it.
But then you take my 75% chance of winning.
Wait, now it's 75%.
If we used to go one-on-one,
if he was to go on
66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
Wow, that's
Joe.
It's a good chance.
The numbers don't lie. I spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Numbers don't lie, baby.
All right, so it's 141 and 2/3 chance to
I
just
thought it was 142.
8 1/3% chance.
It's important that we get these numbers right.
Shoo. No, it's 141, he said.
Do they drink before they wrestle?
And maybe some other substances?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Sure.
That's good stuff.
888-900-3393.
Not fake, though.
No. That's
right?
real stuff.
Totally
That's real
real
stuff.
Totally real, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the numbers don't lie. And neither does the video, if you will. With a couple of tweets here, Swank Think tweets, we're going to have some tsunami issues with the moon's new 1,000-mile proximity to the Earth.
Oh, yes.
I know.
It's really true.
I was thinking about that, Shaq's little comment there about the 1,000. I wonder if he's a flat earther.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Gotta sound like it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Isn't that the flat earth people thinking that
that it's really close?
Close, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I interviewed, I think he was the head of the Flat Earth Society, but this was, back in the late 90s. I think he's not around anymore. But his thing was...
He fall off the earth?
Yes. Yes, he did.
We lost him?
He fell over the edge. Yeah. He's gone. We lost him. I think a sea serpent ate him as he fell off.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's
into his
unfortunate.
waiting mouth, I believe, is what happened. His thing was the sun. For some reason, they don't believe in the immensity of space, and they don't believe that we've been to space. All that's been faked. The moon launch,
right.
the rockets, the space station, all of that's fake to them. And he said the sun was 30 miles from the Earth.
Okay.
He said the sun's not gigantic. It's not. No, we look up at the sky. It's just the little dot. The sun's the actual size it looks because it's only 30 miles from the Earth. Oh, okay.
I love that. I've got a flat Earth guy that's been trying to
you should have him
get
on.
on chewing the fat.
You should do it.
I'm going to have to talk to him
do
now
it because
I want to know.
I mean, you won't be able to believe the things that they actually.
I want to be converted.
Apparently,
be fun.
4 years ago, let's see, early 2017, Shaquille O'Neal recants his stance on the Earth being flat. Quote,
he was.
I'm joking, you idiots, end quote.
No, he's not. No,
yeah, obviously he's not. And then Kyrie Irving is the one you're talking about recently, who apparently, right? Isn't that who you were thinking? An
It
NBA
might have been,
guy?
yeah. Kyrie, yeah.
Yep. So to all the science teachers, everybody coming up to me like, I've got to reteach my whole curriculum. I'm sorry. Because I guess I don't know.
He's convinced a lot of teachers, has he? That the Earth is flat? Yeah, I bet that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Kyrie. Now.
Here we go. I do research on both sides.
Oh, sure.
I'm not against anyone that thinks the Earth is round. I'm not against anyone that thinks it's flat. I just love hearing the debate.
Okay.
There is no debate on that. It's so stupid.
Okay.
Texas Lori D tweets, hopefully Shaq never gets stuck between the moon and New York City. Well, it's a lot more likely, when it's only 1,000 miles away. Dave with three girls tweets, why didn't Kimmel tell Shaq the truth? That he can't see California because of climate change.
Oh.
Too much pollution.
There you go. Yeah. Lone Wolf tweets, if the moon was only 1,000 miles away, there wouldn't be sufficient room for Jeffy to get stuck between it and New York City. Think about it.
Sizeism. I love it.
You have an issue with that, do you?
Funny.
Yeah,
Why aren't you laughing?
Oh, yeah, it's funny.
That was really funny.
It really is.
He's mad now.
Yeah, it's on. Now it's on, like Donkey Kong.
I mean, okay.
For Jeffy. Yeah, right? Am I right? You're pissed. Now you're pissed.
Yes, at this time.
All right, so we got some fun video. This is a new American immigrant that's proud to live here, that loves his country, that's not carrying the flag of his former nation and waving it in our faces. Here's what he's doing instead.
Hello, sir. U.S. citizens.
He's at the border, entering the country.
No, yo soy ciudadano. U.S. citizen. Ciudadano, sí. Francisco. Sí, señor. This is I've been waiting for this 5 months. Really? I became U.S. citizen. Oh, congratulations.
He's so
Thank you.
proud.
Brand
I love
new.
it.
Can I see it? Yeah,
That's
absolutely. I'm so excited. now you have to ask me the question again. You're a citizen, so I can say yes. So are you a U.S. citizen? Yes, sir. Congratulations. Thank you.
That's cool.
I love it.
Nice.
Like out in front of the...
Does that happen in other countries? hey, I just became a Liechtensteinian citizen.
I mean, it's possible.
I just want to show you my paper.
Possible.
Ask me again.
Ask me again. Are you a citizen of Liechtenstein?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me in.
I just did. It just happened. I've been waiting for this for 10 months or years. Really? Okay. All right. So you're excited about Liechtenstein?
Do you know any Liechtensteinians?
I don't.
What do you think's on the Liechtenstein citizenship test, huh? What do you got here?
How much money can you pay me?
Yeah, right. How much are you willing to pay in taxes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Okay. Come on in.
They're called Liechtensteiners, by the way.
Are they? I thought they were Liechtensteinians. Huh. Liechtensteiners.
That must have changed since you've taken the test.
Yes.
The legislature is called the Landtag. That's dumb.
Well, it's a dumb country.
38,000 people live there.
What? Mm-hmm. Is that it?
That's it. And their GDP, $5 billion per year.
From 38,000
That's
people.
pretty good. They do drive on the right side of the road there, which is unusual, right, for Europe? Am I right? And
all right.
I'm just trying to find out,
are they part of the EU?
That's a good question. Let's see.
They got to be, right? They got to be part of the EU. That's the only way they're surviving.
I'm not seeing a mention just in the first paragraph there, but I want to know stuff like, what is the national bird, or then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
National bird, because we got to know this right now.
The liquor?
Here's what I want to know.
Wait, what?
Do Liechtensteiners love their drag queens as much as we do?
I don't think that's possible.
I don't think it is either, because, we now have our drag queens influencing our 3-year-olds.
This is
which is
creepy.
Awesome.
This is creepy.
How could you call this creepy, Keith?
This is grotesque. It's creepy. Hide your kids, please. They will be scarred for life if you do not right now.
So this particular drag queen is doing this disturbing thing for virtual a child audience on an episode of Let's Learn, produced by a partnership between WNET and the New York City Department of Education.
So does that mean, is WNET, Department of Education, that means this is tax dollars paying for this stuff?
Yes, if it's on PBS, tax dollars are helping pay for this.
Gosh.
Yes. And here's his great lesson to the kids.
We are going to sing and dance it out. So get your singing voices ready.
That's a man.
That's awesome.
The hips on the drag queen go swish, swish, swish.
Dear Lord,
swish,
we are.
Swish, swish.
I'm doing
Swish,
this.
It was a good
swish,
run.
I'm doing this on Instagram Live today.
Swish, swish, swish. All through the town.
That's a dude.
The hair on the drag queen goes up,
Yeah, we get it.
up, up, up. Up, up, up. The hair on the drag queen goes up, up, up.
Sweet Lord.
All through the town. The shoes on the drag queen go stomp, stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Let me hear it. Stomp, stomp, stomp. The shoes on the drag queen go stomp, stomp, stomp. All through the town. The jewels.
How long does this go on?
Till the end of time. This is actually on a loop in hell.
Okay, let's.
You can kill it now.
Let's stop.
Those are smiles at all, by the way.
Yeah.
These are kids, man.
How much worse could Sodom and Gomorrah have been than this?
Oh, here we go.
How much worse?
Here we go.
I mean, the clouds that are brewing overhead right now, are they loaded with fire and brimstone, or?
I mean, somebody trying to help to have a little fun.
Somebody
with the
trying to
kids.
help and have a little fun with the kids. Sure, right.
If you're a parent and you set your kid in front of that and walked away knowing exactly what was happening,
it's child abuse.
You got to have that kid taken from you. By the way, the common kestrel, common kestrel is the national bird of Liechtenstein.
Oh, good.
Now you know.
Now
and
I
the
know.
more you know.
Now I know.
Yeah, that's spooky. That's really bad. That's evil.
How many of these drag queen things, they're trying desperately to get our kids,
man,
to love these drag
to be
queens
more
for some
open
reason.
and inclusive and not look down on them, I guess.
I mean, this is way beyond that, though. This is way beyond the tolerance thing. This is embracing, accepting, and promoting. It's embracing and promoting is what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And destroying.
Exactly what it is.
And damn it, it's wrong. It's wrong. Stop it. These drag queens are about sexualizing, right? They go out and they prance around on stage and people stick dollar bills in their garters or whatever is going on.
Well, sometimes we had performers.
We had a story about some drag queens who brought little girls up on stage with them and little boys, I think, and they were like 8 or 9 years old, and people were cheering and sexualizing them.
And then you had
horrific.
The little kid drag star that was up on stage where people were giving the money up on stage performing.
Right, that kid's parents are completely behind
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, it's nice to see that society is getting back on track of destroying our children. It's not just now. It's not through the masks and isolation. It's back to the drag queens.
That was a virtual event, right?
Yeah. Oh, so it combines the best of both worlds. We're destroying them through the drag queen stuff and through the virtual crap.
The library thing with the drag queens, really baffling to me. Why would you even start that? What is that about? Why are we doing this? Why would you stick drag queens in front of 3- and 4-year-old kids? Why?
We just need people to read to the kids, Pat.
Are you volunteering your time?
Thank you. Are you? Are you?
I could be this man's attorney.
You really could.
Your Honor, look, my client is just merely trying to volunteer his very valuable time for these children that have no one else to read to them or dance or sing or just enjoy life.
And that's why they bring in the drag queen with the horns on top of his head, which is really...
Well, kids love
creativity. More importantly
not disturbing at all.
The outfit that this person is wearing is the time spent and given to these children for their education. I mean,
how do you quantify that, Your Honor?
No, Jeffy, you're right.
That's what I thought.
You're right.
That's what I thought.
It has nothing to do with
case dismissed. I don't want
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, nothing to do with
whatever.
that. Right, nothing to do with it.
No protests in front of this library.
In fact, we've got even cooler things than that. There's this new. I don't know. I guess they're selling these things. These little knitted. Units.
What is
my
happening?
friend?
Knitted penis for extremely small girls to
I hope
wear.
your kids are still away from the TV.
To wear in their pants if their parents believe them to be transgender, and there's some of the knitted.
Make it stop.
Wieners.
Tell me, America is not a great country. Tell me,
knitted wieners.
See a need, fill a need, my friend, right there.
Oh God!
America is a tremendous country, right there.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
go ahead. Tell me a story.
I recuse myself from this case. He's no longer my client.
No, I need an attorney.
No, I quit.
This is intended for girls so young they demonstrate the product in a diaper.
Good Lord.
So this fits right in with those parents who are really proud of the fact that their 2-year-old had transitioned, made the decision to transfer from girl to boy. And that's really beautiful. And so now they can test that out in their diapers by having a little knitted penis.
I do
see
not
what
want
it
to
feels
change
like
that.
in there. You don't want to change
No,
what?
I think I want those just as disposables.
Yeah, do you?
Get out of my face.
The knitted wiener. You want disposable?
That's a good band name, by the way.
Knitted wieners.
The knitted wieners on stage tonight, opening up for the Connells. Everybody, the knitted wieners.
Actually,
aren't the Connells too big for the knitted wieners though?
I mean, that's a break. Yeah. That's a break for the knitted wieners.
Yeah, it is.
That is saying something.
Now, if they can open for the Connells,
the Connells sold
you're onto something.
A whole.
Well, they sold over 7.
At least 10.
Excuse me,
right?
they have 8
10.
albums out.
8 albums.
I own multiple copies.
So they've
of all
sold
of
at
them.
least 8.
Yes,
but I said I own multiple copies of all of them. So,
in fact, did they not just? Keith just got a call from the guitarist?
Okay, so back on March 3rd, I had emailed the lead guitarist, George Huntley, from the Connells, who's now a big-time real estate agent in Raleigh, North Carolina. And a member of this audience, and I didn't hear back from him, and a member of this audience heard us discussing guitarists last Friday on this show, and his name came up, and someone reached out to him, and he actually ended up calling me and left a voicemail last week. Yeah.
Hey, Keith, this is George Huntley in Raleigh, North Carolina.
From the Connells.
I received a very intriguing email from you some time ago, back in March 3rd. And I don't know, but for whatever reason, there's a lot of questions, and
I know that email is
and
agonizing. I've
I
received
shelved
one.
it and kind of forgot about it. And then today, I got a phone call from a young lady named Ronna Broadwell who lives in Roxborough, North Carolina.
I love Ronna Broadwell.
Right. And she said, well, I was listening to Pat Gray today, and Keith Malinak mentioned you. And she said, well, I just went online and Googled you and found you, and I just wanted to call you and tell you that 10 million people heard your name mentioned on the radio show.
10 million.
So I just had to, I feel obliged to connect the dots
It's probably a flat
back
earther.
to you.
Like
I
years
just
ago,
thought
it was
that
10
was so
million.
interesting. I thought you might find it interesting, the immense web of influence that you must wield for you to be able to mention someone's name and have a fan of yours call them. I mean,
it's really
that's
cool.
Just,
That's awesome.
That's mind-boggling and
super nice guy.
Sounds like a nice
wild.
guy.
Yeah.
So didn't you call him since? And
we had a nice long conversation earlier this week. A super great guy. At some point, at his invitation here, going to go to Raleigh and get like the Connells tour of the town. He's going to take Carrie and I around and just see where the Connells, just hung out and all this stuff. It's going to be fun. I will get to interview him for it at the mic.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How bad do you want to go to Raleigh, North Carolina, and see where the Connells once played?
Badly.
Right?
Yeah, badly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Don't ruin a good thing.
By the way,
It's
the
good
Connells
stuff.
still not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Which is, of course, a travesty.
Just like
a
Foreigner.
miscarriage of justice.
Miscarriage of justice. It's all political. That's what it is. That's what's keeping the Connells out. Foreigner, Boston.
I will contend that the Connells have more hits than some of the bands that are represented in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
Good grief.
You're right. I was driving around the other day listening to stuff, and Boston was featured prominently in the stuff I was listening to. I know. It's shocking. And I've made this statement before that I didn't think Boston. I used to think Boston belonged in the Hall of Fame. Then I said, maybe not, because they had what? They had one fantastic album, one perfect album, really, and then two pretty good ones.
But if you
and then they went socialist, and that's what they started thinking of, singing about.
Right.
And it's just garbage now.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, maybe with three good albums, you don't belong. Well, yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the people that get into the Rock Hall of Fame, Boston definitely belongs.
That first album affected society.
Yes, it
right?
did.
I mean,
yeah, that's right.
And that's
highly influential. Way ahead of its time.
That's how you get into the hall now. Is you've got to be societal impact, right? Because a lot of those, like you said, I mean, they really didn't have any hits, and they're
or they
really,
had one.
The people inside the rock crowd brought these people in, and they're influential to them, right?
Yes,
or they had impact on society, and some of these bands, like that first album from Boston, I mean, that was incredible,
hugely
right?
impactful.
I mean, right. And so, heck yeah, they deserve it, and it's embarrassing, and it truly is embarrassing that not Connells alone, that Foreigner is not in the Hall of Fame.
It is.
I'm with you.
That's
and Boston.
That's embarrassing.
Both of them, really. It's
Foreigner,
embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Foreigner, even before Boston.
Oh, yeah, I think so,
It's
too.
just embarrassing.
Tommy James and the Shondells, the Monkees. I mean, there's so many more.
Right.
There's so many more deserving. Remember the criteria that has been established by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Monkees.
The Monkees, there's another impact in society, though.
Why isn't the Partridge Family in the Rock?
I know. Now
where's the Partridge Family?
Now you're getting ridiculous.
Society.
Huh?
Now you're getting ridiculous.
If the Monkees belong, the Partridge
They
Family
sure do.
certainly does.
They absolutely do.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. We'll give it to him. By the way, we do have a bingo winner. He did drop off accidentally.
Oh, he dropped off.
Okay. So thank you for everyone for playing.
Congratulations. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. So we might as well.
Yeah. You want to do this?
Okay.
All
right. So he or she would have told us is that they had bingo on the very bottom line across, and it was the Barry White music. It's on like Donkey Kong, which we just did. Gobbledygook. Jeffy, you can quote me on that. And then the scream. There you go. So,
$35.
Congratulations.
$35 to spend at patheadshop.com.
/squiggly line underscore.
No. We've been through this.
PatHeadShop.com. It's just that easy.
I don't have to put the colon in anymore?
No. Not a colon, not a semicolon, not a small intestine, nothing.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you picked up on that, too.
You guys have stepped up.
Yeah, we did. We did. And
colon-free show.
All right. So things going so wonderfully for our planet and our nation.
Yeah.
As we've outlined here today, it's getting even better because the Church of Sweden has described itself now as trans in a letter to LGBTQIA2 plus people.
Right.
Church of Sweden continued its radical agenda of reforms this week by referring to itself as trans in a letter to the LGBTQ community. According to Pink News, which I don't know, how often do you
it's
get your
bookmarked,
Pink
right?
News?
Like
daily.
When you sit down to do show prep in the morning before the show, you check out all the main news sites and Pink News.
Pink News is the first source I check.
First one now.
The very
Pink News.
Yes. The Vasteras Diocese website published a letter titled Personal Letter to You Who Are Trans, in which it referred to the church as being also trans. Okay. Huh. Well, good.
What? That's just weird,
isn't it?
What?
Well, I mean, look, we have a pastor elected nation's first transgender bishop in a Christian denomination. We have Catholic priests in Germany blessing gay couples,
wonderful,
defying the Pope, by the way. So, I mean, the Vatican.
He'll come around.
The Vatican is still maybe not so fast.
We've got this Catholic school board in Ontario requiring its districts to fly the gay pride parade flags in June because it's Pride Month.
Oh, that's good. We have bishops considering a formal rebuke of pro-abortion. That's good, right?
Okay, they're a rebuke of being pro-abortion or pro-life?
Pro-life.
Yeah,
pro-life.
I mean, I was going to say,
how
backward thinking of them to
sorry, I apologize.
To be pro-life. And you're Catholic and you're pro-life?
Sorry.
That's old think.
That's old think.
Come on.
Yeah. Jeez.
I mean, we're going down quite a road.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
We're going down quite a road.
And fortunately, Penn State now has nixed labels such as freshman, junior, and senior, citing lack of gender inclusivity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fix that.
Penn State Faculty Senate passed a resolution on inclusive language that will rid the university, finally, of alleged paternalistic labels like freshman, junior, senior, upperclassmen, and underclassmen.
Thank you.
The Senate Committee on Curricular Affairs passed the removal of gendered and binary terms from course and program descriptions. What junior and senior? What is the gender of a junior or a senior?
Are you questioning this?
I am. I'm questioning. I'm the second Q in LGBTQ.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
can.
IA2+. Yeah. So
but you can't question this though.
Oh, okay. This is one thing you can't question.
Correct.
All right. The introduction of the resolution claims that gendered language comes from living in a male-dominated society.
Yeah, they said
and I'll not have it anymore. I'll not have it. I can't abide it.
And junior is a male thing.
Oh, it is, but not in this context.
No, this is dumb.
Not in this freaking context.
What a world.
These are college people, and they're.
We are preparing the next generation, huh?
Oh, and by the way, your cereal, if it's from Kellogg's, is now woke.
What?
So that's great. They've created a woke cereal for kids.
Nice. Look at that.
Congratulations, America.
Together with pride, yes.
We're well on the way to the fire and the brimstone.
The numbers don't lie.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.